and it's live right now. I'm gonna turn this up. I'm gonna turn this up. Can somebody talk?
Hello.
And I can talk.
Yay.
Mhm.
Okay, I think everybody's. I don't know what the audio comes out when it's live, but we'll upload the recorded one afterwards or when it's
Okay.
finished. Ba ba boom. All right, let me get my topics pulled up.
Sorry, I'm typing loud. I know.
You gotta do that too.
Pixel
Wait,
confessions.
where's... So, Neptune on Discord, I couldn't find the stage like on the list, but it showed up at the bottom where it said that people were in it.
What, you mean the other account?
Yeah, the one I'm using to record.
Do you have it set on in that one's Discord for the server to show all channels?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
then I don't
no,
know.
I don't. Wait, let me see. Oh, yeah, it's showing.
I don't know why then.
Maybe because I'm using it in the browser. I don't know. But now that we're in it, I obviously see it.
Bam bam bam.
Well, that's a problem for next week. Anyway.
That's a problem for next week. Has everybody got their water? Holy shit.
I got water and I got Sprite.
I have water and coffee.
I got water and sweet potato fries.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
I just ate mac and cheese. I'm so full.
Same.
Yeah, I don't know why I still have these fries because I am full. I ate too much for dinner.
Nettie,
So I feel you.
every time you eat dinner, it sounds amazing. Like,
well, I got food from the diner tonight.
see what I mean? Like you guys get takeout a lot. I'm a little jealous.
Yeah. Do you even want to know what I had?
What did you have?
So I had a grilled chicken panini with fresh mozzarella and roasted red peppers and a balsamic glaze sauce.
What the fuck?
Yep.
It sounds so bougie.
It does feel bougie.
Bougie as fuck.
I'm just like picturing Nettie walking in looking all gangsta. And like, can I have the balsamic salad, please?
Actually, it's just a number 3 panini.
The balsamic panini with the sweet potato fries. Or no, the sweet potato frites.
I got people coming in to listen, by the way. They're joining the server now.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I added that to the wrong channel.
I think November's going to be the only one that's going to join and listen, though.
So Tegan, can I get you to be in charge of watching the chat, just to if anybody comments or anything?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, we're gonna get started here in just a minute. Sweet. All right, Aaron, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Are we all ready for the podcast?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Ready.
totally.
Do
Ready.
we have an intro song yet?
We do, but we add it
we
in.
add it later.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, we add it later. Didn't you listen to the last one? It's on it.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't, in all honesty.
Yeah, we used part of
Yeah,
it.
it's the first, used I think 45 seconds of it.
Yeah. All right, everybody. So we are going to get started. Welcome to the Pixel Confessions podcast, season 1, episode 4. I don't know why we're seeing seasons. I don't know how long this season is going to run. But welcome. We're happy to have you guys here. Just a quick rundown. Every week we say this and let you guys know. Basically, what are we? Pixel Confessions is a group of friends that gather on voice calls and we share daily Second Life experiences. Our conversations are diverse, spanning from casual chats to engaging debates. We have diverse perspectives, so our team members bring a range of experiences and viewpoints to the podcast. Some things are PG, some things are rated R, mostly rated R. And the chemistry between our team members creates a dynamic atmosphere that keeps things interesting. So get ready for a roller coaster of emotions and opinions on Pixel Confessions. And there's definitely going to be opinions today. Definitely. So just a quick introduction of everybody on the panel. My name's Abby Lynn, one of the owners of Pixel Swagger. I also own the Pixel Swagger live venue. I love my SL, I love my friends, I love my family, and I love this community. Go ahead, Tegan, you're next.
That was a harder act to follow. I love everyone too, I promise. I'm Tegan. I am co-owner of Pixel Swagger. I dabble with the community and I dabble with the blog. I love to build on my land all the time, although I never get anywhere. I always try. All right. Go ahead, Aria.
Make sure you're not muted. She was muted, wasn't she?
Oh wait, I wasn't muted and it made me mute. Oh my god. And actually, Tegan is getting somewhere with her land, and I'm really proud of her for that.
Yay!
I'm Aria. I'm the other owner of Pixel Swagger. We have the Pixel Swagger community on Facebook that I kind of head, and then just added to the Pixel Swagger HQ sim, we have the community game area and movie night.
Yay!
So I've been really having fun and enjoying that. And I also love everybody. Go ahead, Nettie.
Hey, what's up? I'm Nettie. I'm the GM for Pixel Swagger Live, which means really nothing because Abby does everything. I'm just here because, equal opportunity. I'm a guy. I'm also your resident stoner and music aficionado, so I got that going for me at least. And yeah.
And he orders bougie shit from restaurants.
Damn right I do. I'm the fancy one. So we'll leave it at that. And that leaves us with Aaron. You're up, dude.
I'm Aaron. I've been with Pixel Swagger for a bit now. I'm Abby's dude, and I do some of the live singer stuff around here and run the official radio stream.
Yay!
And I love 99% of you.
Oh, 99. Nettie's like in
I'm the 1% he doesn't.
All right, let's get started into this. We actually have a really good topic for the first 15 minutes. We gave 15 minutes. We might actually bleed into this a little more. It depends. AI in Second Life and on social media relating to Second Life. How it impacts blogging, creators, music, everything. The reason why I brought this topic up is because I know on PrimFeed right now, only so much of your photo can be AI. I don't know the full details, so if anybody knows that, they can pop it in the chat there. Also, I've been creating songs using AI for my posters, and they're fucking epic and amazing. There has been feedback that it's not organic or not real, but okay, I don't care. I liked it. But anyway, so everybody here has a view on whether AI is art or not. And I want to start with that. And I know Aaron has the strongest opinion here because I've had this debate with Aaron. So I want Aaron to start, and then everybody can chime in / attack him gently.
Goodness.
Go ahead, Aaron. Is your mic muted?
I pulled an Aria. So, okay. Well, my opinions on AI are kind of wide, but as far as Second Life is concerned, I'm pretty much in agreement with everyone else as it pertains to advertising. Like if you're advertising something in your blog or your photo that just isn't existing in Second Life. Obviously, people are going to be upset about that, and that is false advertising. What Abby's talking about with me and my opinions on AI is whether it's useful, whether it's art. I think it's very useful. It's here to stay. It's not going anywhere. I think that in the future, there will be a lot of good to come from AI. There's gonna be a lot of bad too, and obviously, as the movie suggests, they are going to use it for evil. I don't
Fuck.
think I don't think that AI is going to persist as a big problem for Second Life, but I do think that you're going to constantly see it in advertising. I don't think there's any way around it. It's simpler for people to use than it is for people to learn Photoshop or any number of image creating programs.
But is it art?
I think so. I asked on Facebook a while back if an AI image is art. In my opinion, is probably different than most, but I feel like it comes from your brain. You're telling it exactly what to do. You can describe it with more detail as you could a painting, right? You can go from a simple piece of line art made with a pencil or a piece of chalk or charcoal all the way up to like a highly detailed oil painting. And you can do the same thing with AI. You can give it the most basic instructions and say, hey, I need a picture of a beach with 2 palm trees. Or you can say, I need a picture of a tropical location that includes a beach and the bluest water you've ever seen with fluffy white clouds in the sky, 3 sailboats, a yacht, and, several people enjoying beers. And it'll create that for you. So, like, in my opinion, it's while the method is very different than traditional art, it's still something that you're implementing. It wouldn't exist if it wasn't first in your brain.
See, and I'm a
Like an oil
hardcore
painting.
opposite there because I do draw, and I my family has like my family is artistic and actually being able to draw and draw very well or paint very well. And I've created images on AI and I'm typing in stuff and it's coming out. Yeah, it does come out the way somewhat what I've envisioned. Um, but I just like compared to me taking a picture and going in and modifying it myself and adding my own fine details, or compared to me actually drawing on a piece of paper and giving it my own fine details, or music, which I have no skill in at all, but I can just imagine like the artistic ability there, like where these people are like, practicing their ranges and their their voices and doing melodies and, synchronizing music to it. And these things just like, yeah, you write down what you wanted to do. And I love the songs that I'm coming out with, but I don't consider them art
So if
myself.
I could just add one more thing to what I was saying, I don't want anyone to think that because I have that opinion on AI art, I don't want anyone to think that, oh, he must be condoning the possibility that's going to replace artists or it's going to replace me in my job, because I don't want a future where that's going to happen. Like, so if AI could do everything, if AI can do everything from controlling a machine at McDonald's to producing the code that we see on websites, which it's doing now, I mean, what is there left for people to do besides just be little worker bees in on government farms or whatever? Like,
So
what's left if AI could do everything? So I share the same concern that everyone else has when it comes to AI out there in the real world.
So leading into that, let's get into like on Facebook. So a lot of the controversy that we see on SL Facebook is bloggers are creating photos and then using AI to enhance them. Um, I would like Arya and Nettie to jump in on this. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I don't want to see something I love on Facebook. First of all, I'll just throw it out there. I buy fat packs and I don't demo. And I know that's a bad thing. But that being said, it really annoys me when I'm at an event and I see something I really, really like and the ad looks really good, and maybe maybe the fat pack isn't so expensive that like it's worth demoing, so I buy it. And when I put it on, it's been so like the photos like so AI generated, it looks nothing like it. The detail on the textures aren't the same.
Yeah.
It's disappointing. And well, it's my own fault that I bought it without demoing, and I realized that it is disappointing, and it makes me not trust that store again.
It's deceptive though.
It is, and I know I'm not the only person that just sometimes I just don't have the patience or the time or the mental capacity to try on demos.
I know one thing I always tried to do when I was blogging more was I didn't mind like editing my photos, but one thing I never tried to do was like enhance the look of the clothing or add shadows to the clothing or the accessories or whatever I was wearing, because that was something I was scared of, was somebody would see that on me and see my picture so modified that they went and bought it and it looked nothing like it did when I actually, raw. And
Right.
like it is disappointing when you go buy something and the picture looks so good, and you can really tell, like you can tell which pictures are so modified. And I'm like Aria for the most part. I don't demo everything, and I've had a lot of mistakes where, especially shoes, where I'm like, oh my god, those shoes are so cute, and then I buy them and then they're so like uh they look crumply or something, like they're not smooth, or the texture is like really bad, but on the picture there's shadowing and glossiness. And I mean, I run an Ultra all the time and they look nothing like the picture. So
I had a pair of boots like that, and I was so disappointed. They had this beautiful shine in the picture, and when you put the black on, it's so black you can't see any detail at all. And it was from a brand that I always had liked and trusted, but it was really disappointing.
you got any input here, Tegan?
Well, mine was kind of the same thing. I think I actually bought the same boots as Aria. And it's very disappointed in everyone. But I do demo everything, but sometimes I listen to Aria when she's like, they're adorable or something, and I end up buying them too. But then, we were both pretty sad about those boots. I remember that.
Yeah.
But with the AI, I don't know a whole lot about it because I don't get to surf on. I'm not on FemFeed. I don't get to really surf on here, but seeing an ad or something when you're trying to shop for something, and I do shop a lot online, it never looks like it, and that's so unfair. But as AI as an art form, I do think it's an art form, but a digital art form, if you will.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I think I wanted to hear everyone else's opinion. It kind of helps me figure out what I want to say.
Mm.
Well,
I'm like
And
torn on
then-
the fence on whether I think it's art or not art. Like I do see like it comes from I don't know. I have a hard time thinking that it's art.
What do you
Even
try-
though
So
I
another-
see both sides of the stories, I have a hard time thinking of it as it being art.
Aaron,
So you know
was
you
like,
can, yeah. So well, you can obviously create graphics with AI, but I don't know if you guys are aware, you can also create meshes with AI. So like, would you have less respect, I think, for a creator on Second Life if their mesh that they made, let's say you you're out somewhere and you see this house that you really like, is that a problem for you if the developer actually made that mesh using AI? Like AI made the mesh, the maps, and the texture. Like, does that make you respect that creator any less?
Yes. I mean, it's not a problem for me. It's not saying I wouldn't buy it. But yeah, I wouldn't see it as being as
It's not art to me, or artistic.
it's not as creative. Yeah.
Well, it's not handmade for sure.
Yeah, it's not handmade. It's not like, you can sit there and say, I want a house built with a kitchen, a bathroom, or 3 bedrooms, two bathrooms, a beautiful kitchen, and an office area, yada yada yada, and then it spits it out for you. But
It's taking away the skill of meshing.
it's taking away the skill, the actual time and effort. And you know what? If I'm gonna pay the amount of money that I pay for these houses in SL, I'm going to put it towards that mesher that spent time and actually did it themselves personally versus somebody who spit it in there. It was done in 30 seconds and they've uploaded it.
So it's interesting. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Because a lot of these people, because I didn't even know you could do that, first of all. And so now I'm sitting there thinking, like, how many of these creators are already doing this? And like, how many of these creators are doing this and charging me 5,000 lindens for this beautiful home, which is probably worth 5,000 lindens or more if it was hand meshed. Like, what about you, Nettie? You haven't said anything.
Oh, man, look, as far as ads go with AI, it's no better. You got to treat it the same way you treat when creators started making ads using Daz and Poser and putting their stuff on models that will never be in Second Life. Like, you got to chalk it up to false advertising, because that, at the end of the day, is what it is. It's false advertising. And like, I could sit here and name creators that are doing this actively, but I don't have to. I mean, you can literally go to any event right now and see several ads posted up there using AI, using Poser and Daz and things of that nature. But it's also like, man, I don't know. Like, it's the way of the world. Things are always evolving at the same time. So these things are going to be here. This is, like you said, like, your thing about your issue with mesh creations being done by AI. You can kind of equate it to back when assembly lines became a thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. The handmade items went out the door. Everything was machine made. This is the next step in the evolution of whatever where we're at right now with computers.
Yeah.
I
In the
mean,
technological age.
yeah, like, it is what it is. Like, you can't stop it. So,
But the things that are still handmade, and because I work in the furniture business in real life, the things that are handmade is still considered an art. Like, you pay way more for that solid hardwood that's handmade in the United States compared, not saying that it's better because of the United States, but compared to that IKEA brand or that Walmart brand or the stuff that's coming in from China and is particle board and mass produced. Like, you pay the difference and you recognize the difference. So, and I feel the same way about AI versus not AI.
I don't know how many particle board beds I've broken. Never mind. Anyway.
Listen, I've broken solid wood beds before. It happens.
Oh my gosh.
I get people that ask about that kind of stuff all the time.
So the bottom line is AI isn't going anywhere. It is going to be not only an accepted part of our society, it's going to be our society. Like, everything we do is going to have some form of AI assistance, enhancement, whatever. It's here to stay. And I think a year from now, you're going to see a lot less controversy over what we're talking about today. And I don't know that that's a good thing, that there would be less controversy, but I can see that being the deal, where it's just so common that, like, nobody bats an eyelash.
Right.
Get compliant.
And before we jump off of this topic, because we got to jump into the next one, I do have one question for Nettie about AI music. So,
okay, lay it on me.
Yeah, so the other day, somebody had introduced an AI generator for music to me. I made a song, and we actually use it at the beginning of the podcast. That was an AI generated song. Nettie generated an AI song for Noisy's birthday the other day, and it came out so freaking amazing. Like, so amazing. But what's your thought on the AI music for the overall music business?
For the music business itself, I think it's a terrible thing. It's fun to goof around and make silly things here and there, like just for like play, but to use it from a creative standpoint, I think it's absolutely ridiculous. And I mean, that goes for art in general, though. I don't think anybody should be profiting off of something that they didn't create. Just because you type some text prompts in to something and pick like different little options, you're still not the creator of that. Like, I mean, and literally, it's been proven in court you aren't the owner of it either. So
Yeah.
like you can't claim ownership over something that's AI created, and yeah, it's just I don't know.
Well, it's like I
It's
said,
a
I'm using it at the very beginning of this, and I was actually thinking about this last night and the fact that, like, I went on there, I created it, and I liked it, and it's free. So I use it. But then I'm sitting and
Mhm.
thinking, like, man, like, I could have hired somebody to create a jingle that would have been just as good, but it would have been, like, a lot more thought and authentic and love and whatever
Mhm.
put into it. Um, which might still happen, who knows? But for now, that's what I'm gonna use. But at the same time, like, thinking from a budget standpoint, it's concerning to me.
There's something creepy in AI audio if you haven't noticed it. So when the
Mhm.
singers are singing, you don't notice something that you would notice on a track recorded 20 years ago, like their breath. You don't hear any
Mhm.
breath. You don't hear them like, get the breath in to belt out that vocal or the gasp at the end. There is none of that. It doesn't exist.
Isn't it crazy?
Creepy.
All
Yeah.
right, all right, all right. Let's get off of this topic. Let's jump into the next topic, which is, oh, you know what? This is a really good topic: collaboration versus competition. Um, and where we're actually going with this is, I'm sure there are. Yeah, you know what? I am gonna say it. I'm sure there are people out there that see Pixel Swagger live or Pixel Swagger itself, the community, as competition. There has been in the past. I'm sure there still is. But if people were to actually get to know us, we actually want to collaborate with everybody and work with everybody. We can't. We try to. We can't. It's impossible for us to work with everybody. But we do our very best to try to show up for everybody. And like, me and Arya have had this conversation a lot because Arya is one of the biggest advocates of that for our community. Is like, why be competition with everybody? Why are we competing? Often you'll see us break up and we'll all be at like different venues supporting different venues, or we'll all be at like different singers supporting different singers, or different DJs, or even different communities. And I don't understand the competitiveness at all. And there was a post on Facebook a couple weeks ago. I'm not going to say who. I'm pretty sure as soon as I mention it, everybody will know who I'm talking about. But she brought that up and she was like, why don't venues support each other? Why does there have to be such competition? And if anybody wants to chime in, I know Aria has a strong opinion on this, but if anybody wants to chime in, jump in here because I really want to hear your views.
Well, you already know my views. I'm very, very public about it on Facebook that like I support collaborating with people and being a part of the community. And I mean, anyone that's been in Pixel Swagger from the beginning knows that that's kind of how we started out. We were actually more focused on our blog than we were on community or live or anything else. We were focused on the blog, and we were actually collabing with other community groups to blog for them. Um, and I've always felt like there's no need to compete because when you're collabing together, it's beneficial for everyone and everyone can win. I don't know. I don't like the negativity, so I'm always about spreading positivity and stuff.
Have you had experiences with competition in the past where somebody's like said you're not being supportive of them? Like venue wise and stuff like that.
I mean, at the beginning, I think we were seen as competition, even though we didn't see ourselves as competition, but we can't really control how other people are seeing us. And the people who did ever have issues with it, I had reached out, we'd had mutual conversations. I thought things would be okay, only for like another week or 2 weeks to find out like maybe I had been deleted again and things actually weren't as cool as what I thought things were getting. But again, that's completely one-sided because I've always said I was open to collab, open to share. I mean, there's no need to fight.
No, the
And be
venue is
competitive.
open one night a week.
Yeah.
We're open Friday night. And I try to have live singers like that don't overlap with anybody else, but I literally just made a list of venues the other day for the Dream Festival, like because I'm reaching out to other venues, and I'm at like almost 40 venues. So I mean, there's going to be overlap no matter what, but how many million people play SL? Like, how many are logged in at any given time? And especially for some of these,
Not that many, only 30,000.
but still, at any given time, if you look across the grid and look, at people that are performing live music at the same time, you'll see 50 people at one venue, 40 at another, 30 at another. Like, there's more than enough room to share, and these people just go to where they want to hear. Like, they shouldn't be pressured into visiting one venue over another. Like, I'm here to support the singers, and honestly, it's for me. Like, I love the live singers, and I'm
But
definitely not trying to compete with anybody at all.
so what is it exactly? Is it like, I mean, competition is a good thing.
Yes.
I think when you're competing with somebody who's on your level or providing the same thing that you're providing, it's a good thing to go head to head with them. It allows you to make yourself better or do nothing and see where that goes. But like,
But that doesn't mean
that's
that you
healthy
don't.
competition.
But that doesn't mean you don't want
right,
the other venue or whatever to win. Like,
right. So I was mentioned in that post, and like her post related to nightclubs, like
Right.
so there's a lot of animosity between a lot of club owners. I don't know. I don't really have animosity toward other venue owners. I always felt like, I'm gonna go enjoy their club too when I'm not doing my own thing. And whether it was to support them or to support some of their talent, like I always felt like making an appearance was always a good thing, a good way to show support. And like I know there's club owners who do the same thing. They go to other clubs. Uh, it there's a lot of collaboration, I guess, or used to be a lot of collaboration among venue owners where they'd have like combined events, usually on a Saturday, like have one club hosting another club and vice versa. They might make it a 2-day event, and that was always a good thing. And I
See,
don't
that
know if
sounds
that kind
fun.
of thing is still happening. It was fun, yeah. And we had done that with a few different clubs who were our direct competition, and it worked out. There's a benefit to both venue owners when you do that. You're each audience gets to see the other's venue and the way they operate, and it's really kind of a cool thing. It can only benefit everybody to do collaborations like that.
I know personally for me, like on our Friday nights when we have noisy, like there's a lot of names that come through, and I'm not always one to notice like if it's a venue owner or something, but generally they reach out to me and they're like, "Hey, I'm the owner of this place, and it's nice to meet you." I think that's so amazing, and I know that they're not there just for me to go support them. I know they're there just for a good time and to have fun and relax, which makes me want to be like, you know what? I'm going to go to their place and I'm going to chill and vibe. I want to see the vibe there. Um,
Yep.
I want to be supportive of everybody, but I think we chimed in on this last week. I can't be everywhere at once. Like there are so many places and there are a lot of people that come through the underground. And there's a lot of like venue owners that come through the underground and they're there for noisy and they're there to enjoy themselves. And I really hope they're there to enjoy the atmosphere and, just wind down and have a good time and not worry about their own venue. Just like when I go to any of their venues. Um, but I hope nobody takes it personally if I don't make it out to your venue because when I'm at my events, I'm also hosting. I know I have hope as a host, but as Nettie said, I'm a work whore. I'm a control freak. I have to make sure I'm trying to say hi to everybody in chat and stuff like that. And I don't have time to look at every person's profile. I don't do that. Um, but yeah, I don't want to be competition with everybody. I want to work with everybody. I want to be. We've been that way since day one. Um, Arya, you got anything else to add to it? Or Nettie? Mr. Quiet over there?
Oh, I have plenty of thoughts and opinions on the matter.
Good.
I think the ones that are more standoffish and anti-collaboration, I think the majority of them are just attention-seeking individuals. I think they just do things
Nettie and
so
the
they can
Raw.
feel. Look, I'm just saying. Look. Second Life is an interesting place. You got a lot of people in here that are just here to get attention. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad attention. They're just so starved of it in their RL that they'll take any form of it in SL. And a lot of times, those people tend to be in the entertainment world on the club ownership side of things. And I'm a DJ. I've been a DJ for a very long time in Second Life. I've seen all kinds of people, all different kinds of owners, and I'd say a good 7 out of 10 are cool, decent people. But those other 3 out of 10, they're just drama horse, plain and simple. They just love the attention any way they can get it. And sure, my opinion might sound controversial to the rest of the people here today, but I can guarantee you
Nope,
it's
that's why we're
legit.
here. It's like Raw. Like we all have different opinions. We all have different thoughts. Whether they're a harsh opinion or a soft opinion, they need to be heard. And, hopefully nobody goes and bricks your house after this, or your trailer or whatever, but oh gosh. All right, let's jump into the next topic. Because we're actually spending a lot of time on these topics. I love it. Spankers. This one is a controversial topic, and I don't want anybody to hold back, but I want people to be respectful. Okay. Uh, so spankers. People that wear their spankers public. So I wear my butt spanker public. And just random people spanking me without asking me or talking to me, or yourselves, like spanking you. What's your thoughts on that? Anybody?
I'd like to jump in here first and set the mood. My asshole has become the community chat.
That's true. That is so true.
Nobody asks. I volunteer
Nobody
people
asks.
to.
Everybody just walks around spitting in my asshole. So we're just gonna leave that there.
It's how we say hi.
So that being said, I do
I
have
haven't
other.
done that in a while,
I do
Betty.
have other clickers on me that I don't know what it sets it. I might not even have them on now, but I do have other clickers on that I usually only have set and reserved for whoever I'm dating at the time or seeing. So like, like it's not going to be that random people can just walk up to me while I'm out and about and click my dick, But so you can basically anybody can spit in my asshole, but only a special somebody gets to, click my dick and stomach.
Wow.
So when you're
That's
single,
a-
they get to.
No, when they're
Dogs call
single,
you
I
butt
don't. When I'm
butt.
single, I don't wear it. That's just the dick is just reserved for when I'm seeing somebody.
Okay. So all of my spankers are private except for my tummy, which Tegan and Ari and Aaron have, and then my butt is public. And the reason why I leave my butt public is because when we are at events, there's so many people. I don't have time to sit there and click on my butt and add a new friend. Then I'm like, oh, okay, they can spank me. And I mean, I've had random dudes or girls just randomly spank me in the middle of an event or something, and then IM me and be like, yeah, girl, jiggle that, yeah. And it's like they see in my inbox I'm with somebody, or they see in my box I'm with somebody. But I personally don't make a big deal of it. But I have seen girls just rip guys a new asshole, or vice versa. Like if a girl grabs a dick, actually no, I'm not gonna lie, I have never seen a girl grab a guy's dick and him complain, ever, not once. So I mean, I'm not trying to keep it one-sided, but that's just the case. Have you
Okay, so
girls ever had somebody click your butt and you just get totally grossed out by it or something and you want to or did scream at them?
no, it's not that serious to me. They're fun. If it was that serious as Noah just said, I would use a whitelist, which I have. I mean, I have a pussy slapper, which I never actually I hardly even wear it. But if when I do, if there's a whitelist to it, which only has a couple people on it.
Same.
And my ass, I don't really care. If someone's grossing me out, I'll simply take it off. Or if it's someone that was like, I didn't really like that, then I'll take it off.
Oh, and
Um, uh,
I want to add a disclaimer here because there is somebody that probably listens to the podcast that this has happened to them before and they got upset and they told this person off. Um and this is not a conversation that's directed at anybody who does do this. This is just we're just an opposite opinion of this. I want to make that very clear. Your spanker is your own and your body is your own, and we we're just stating our opinions on if it's happening to us and how we feel about it. Okay? I just want to make that very clear. But do you guys ever feel violated when girls just
Um, Violated. So what's been happening to me is like I go out to all these, I think somebody's following me, honestly.
Oh,
So
yes,
I
right.
don't, yeah, I don't know how you can do it. It's got to either be with a HUD or with a gesture. But like my ass is like constantly getting spanked, but it's not showing up. So I don't know who's doing it, but they're just like someone's following me around the grid, just spanking my ass incessantly.
It's true.
And it's gotten to the point where it's just like background noise and I don't even notice it.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
we can't figure out who it is. We
I
laugh
don't I
about
don't
it every
really
time.
I don't really have an opinion that differs from your opinions on this. I mean, I keep mine public, but it's not like a thing where people are actively using it. And I think when you're a guy, that just doesn't really happen much anyway.
Mm.
When you're a girl, it's always happening because us people who like vaginas and girls' asses look at them and we want to grab them, squeeze them, slap them.
wait,
Um,
I like girls' asses and vagina too, but I don't go around slapping them.
Yeah, but
well,
there are
you
guys
might
that
think about
cross
it.
that boundary. No, but there are guys that cross that boundary, and it's the question is, if you are setting your spanker to public, are it's this is where the sensitivity comes in. Are you inviting strangers to slap you?
Well,
Or
if you're
is it an
setting it to public,
invitation?
No,
if you're
I'm gonna
setting
go
it,
with. Oh, go ahead,
let's
Tia. Go.
if you guys are setting your spankers to public and you are putting it on and leaving it as public to be public, I don't see how anyone would get offended unless
Because
someone is clicking it incessantly. Like, I mean, if someone does it like, I don't know, you're
Trolling
standing
you.
in a cab and if someone does it like trollingly, yeah, I would be annoyed. But if there's just like here and there, someone slaps my ass or something, it wouldn't bother me. Because
I've
I didn't put it private.
I've literally detached it when that's happened. It's just like, oh, I'll just detach
Yeah.
it. Whatever.
Yeah.
I move
Same.
on. I literally don't give them the time of day because the second I make a big deal of it, it's all of us. Next thing you see, it's on Facebook that, oh, don't have your ass set to public if you're gonna be upset about it, yada yada yada, and it's like they're right in a way, but I'm not inviting anybody to spank my ass, but it does happen, and there are ignorant people out there. But the only way I can look at it is I can't control what other people do. I can control my own actions, and I can control whether or not mine is set to public. And if I choose to set it to public, I have two options. If somebody is spanking me that I don't want to spank me, I can take it off, or I can take the 30 seconds it takes to hold on it and add that person to the blacklist so they can't do it. And that saves me from getting upset. It saves me from having to deal with a complete moron. And it actually makes my stress level none because I actually was in control of the whole situation. And that's how I look at it.
So November said that she leaves all her spankers on public because she's single and she don't care.
Right.
And then she said you also can't really get mad at it if you're in public and someone's spanking you.
Exactly.
I get that.
I get it too. And I mean, I've seen and I've heard a few people get upset, and I am of an opposite opinion about it, and that's okay. And they're welcome to their opinion too. And unfortunately, everybody that's here today is kind of on the same page with that. And we welcome people to. You don't have to defend yourself, first of all, but you can speak your piece on it. We definitely don't want anybody to think that they have to defend themselves because we all are on the same page. Everybody's opinions and thoughts are valid, and everybody has their own opinions, and that's fine. But I think we're all on the same page that if it's public, you got to deal with it, and how you deal with it is how you deal with it actually shows how in control of it you are, I guess.
So November's over here in the conversation. She says she honestly loves when someone randomly does it because she's like, creep, I see you touching my ass. I just see my IM. I'm like, all right, this random guy just clicked my ass. You gotta go check his profile and see what's going on here.
Oh, that's amazing. All right, let's jump into our final topic. This actually, there's a couple here. Shoot, I'm gonna skip one and save it for next week when Nettie hosts. I'm gonna go straight to the last one. Do you talk about SL to your RL friends? Anybody else can start on that.
Yeah, depending who it is. My two coworkers they know parts of SL. They do not know all of SL. They probably know more than they want to know. I have in the past with my real life best friend. She actually even added Keegan to Facebook.
She did.
Yeah. It's always a little bit weird for me when I see them talking. Like, oh, my two best friends that shouldn't know each other know each other.
That's actually crazy. I love that.
I don't talk to her about SL anymore. I haven't in a very long time. Because it gets weird, and the people who don't play SL or they're not into gaming, they just sometimes don't understand where I'm like, no, these are my real friends.
Yeah.
Or when I'm like, no, I committed to being here at this time and doing this thing. They're like, it's just a game. I'm like, okay, but like if I'm not there, I've just let down 5 real people who planned their day around me as well. Like, and my parents are one of them. They just can't wrap their head around it. So no, I don't talk about it much anymore. But my coworkers do know a lot about my SL.
So for me, I mean, obviously my family knows I play and stuff like that, and I I've met people off of SL in real life, like so they had to get used to it pretty quickly. But my friend, so okay, so my friends in real life, I do not talk about it with, and the reason why is because um my closest friends that I would have talked about this with are no longer around, and um the people that are left over are friends, but I actually don't consider them as good of friends as like Tegan, Arya, and Nettie. They're they're friends, but they're not my best friends. They're people that we go on girls' weekends or something together, and it's random, but or we do talk randomly, but I actually plan and do more things with Tegan and Arya than I do these friends. And I do get comments sometimes from my family, and they're like, you need to get out in real life, and it's like, I like the people on here better. Like, you guys don't understand. I like the people on here better. And I think, for me, like, I'm not comfortable sharing that this world with those people because I I know that they're not going to understand because we are not that close. I know it's going to be instant judgment, which means, like, are they actually really friends, right? Like, but I'm not even going to bring it up so that they have an opportunity to show what their actual feelings are. What about you boys?
Well, that judgment thing is kind of funny because, like, I actually had somebody say to me one time, like, "How can you sit there and stare at your computer screen?" And I was like, "How can you sit there and stare at a TV screen? Like, I'm sitting here being productive, talking to people, having fun, like listening to music, and you're staring at a TV screen where people are only pretending to do those things, and you're not talking to anybody, and you're not doing anything productive. You're not even moving your body." Like, anyway, I've talked to several people in real life about Second Life. I've shown them, like my avatar and what the world looks like, and I've talked about some of the kinkier side of Second Life, and they always seem interested in it. I had several coworkers that I used to talk about Second Life with a lot, and they were always like fascinated by like some of the things you can do on there. Um, but I don't know that it actually. I don't. As far as I know, no one's ever joined based on my advice. Maybe I scared them away with all the kinky stuff, but I. I don't know. Yeah, it's. I have talked to several people about it, and that includes my own family. I've talked to like siblings about Second Life and what you can do there, and one of them actually joined IMVU, but not Second Life. So
What about you, Ned? The Nedster. Did he fall asleep? Is he too high? Did he pass out?
Is he
Oh shit,
pulling
my
an
bad. Nah,
Arya?
I pulled an
He's
Aria. My
pulling an
apologies.
Arya.
So I pulled a listen. I pulled a double Aria. Not only did I have my mic muted, I had it up too. So when I unmuted it, it still wasn't. It was still muted.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm a little bit high right now, but it's hit and miss with me. I've told people about it in the past. Um, I don't know. Like my family knows I'm on here. I mean, I've met people from on here. I've dated people in real life from on here. Um, I've Yeah, I'm not even going to discuss that because that's a whole mess of its own. I could get my own whole podcast off of that. But what do you call it? Not like I don't know. It just depends on the person, like who you're telling. Like some people are more open to things than others. You
Mm,
know, it also depends on how much information you're willing to share about what you do in your virtual life. You
yeah,
know,
I totally agree with that. Like, I'm a private person in general in real life, and I'm pretty private here on SL2 as far as like um my my love life and my friends' life. Like, you don't really see me going on Facebook like posting a ton of emotional stuff. Once in a while, I'll post I need a fucking hug because I love hugs, but I'm just generally private, and it's even worse in real life. Like, I live in a small community where everybody knows my name. Um and shut up, everybody's my cousin. Shut up, Nettie. And it's just like everything I do, everybody knows about it before I even know about it. Like it's that type of community. And I really, I just don't share it because it's also like an old set community. Like they're all set in their ways. They're at least 30 years behind as far as like the growth of like the whole fucking world and where it is technology wise and how people communicate and stuff. Like um I'm private. I don't want to share it with all these people and be the talk of the town. I'm just too shy. I have enough people looking at me every day. Fuck that. But all right, I guess we do.
It's a funny thing to hear you say that you're shy.
I am. I actually okay. So I'm a social butterfly in SL and RL, but I'm social when I have to be. And so like in real life, I don't go out of my way to go to a party to talk to people. But if I have to go to that party for some reason, everybody fucking navigates to me and then I have to be a social butterfly. And it is the most uncomfortable thing in the world to me, but I get through it. I've always been good at communicating and speaking in public and stuff like that. And I know I don't show it on the outside, but like on the inside, like even doing these podcasts, I'm extremely nervous the whole time. I'm extremely nervous. I'm extremely anxious. Like I'm not a multitasker. This is the only time I can multitask is when I'm actually doing something public and I can actually hear what I'm actually saying in my head. Whereas if I was just like on the sim all by myself or just talking to Aaron all by myself, I'll literally tune him out to hear the thoughts in my head. So it's strange, and it's so strange how our bodies like adapt to that stuff and chemically and stuff like that. I'm gonna change it though, unless somebody else has a quick input here. No?
So,
Oh, go ahead.
well, November and Josh mentioned about, telling people instead of saying they met people on SL, they say they met on gaming.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's the
So,
other
and
thing. Like that also makes
yeah,
it a little bit more broad. It's like they can't find you that way. It'd be so easy to come on here and find somebody, I think.
for sure. For sure.
You mean
I
like a
was
friend
thinking that.
or a partner?
Well, like a friend, it'd be so easy. Like, let's say, like, one of my friends in real life. I actually was trying to get her on the game at one point. This was a long time ago, and she did create a character, and she found me right away. Mind you, my name is pretty simple to find compared to some of the names nowadays, but I don't think it would be too difficult to find somebody in here if you knew enough about them, about their SL, which is kind of creepy. Another reason why I
Well,
don't
that's a little
share
bit
my
other
SL.
than that's just everything. You can find a real person, a virtual person. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, true. So we got a couple minutes left, so I think we will touch on that last topic, which I think we only need about 5 minutes for. Which is this is a golden topic for Arya and Nettie. They are our resident stoners. I personally enjoy getting high myself, but it's a rare occasion for me. Um, I think Aaron's the same way. It's a rare occasion for him too. He enjoys it as well, but
I do very much enjoy it.
high on SL. So, what do you do when you're high on SL versus when you're not high?
Well, when I'm high on SL, apparently I take part in my friend's podcast.
Oh shit, Arya, what do you do? Because like I'm gonna call Arya out. Arya is the most spaced out stoner I've ever met in my whole life, and like I'm gonna call you a name, but it's only when you're stoned, okay? You are
Okay.
so ditzy when you're stoned. It's adorable. So I know you have a hard time focusing on stuff, but like, how do you maintain your high and your SL? Like, what do you do when you're high? Because you
I
forget what
do
you're doing every
nothing.
5 seconds.
I do nothing. I stand on my platform with 1,000 things I want to do, and I get nothing done. Or Noah's really good at keeping me on task sometimes. Like when he's high, he is so focused, and he is just like, no, we're building and we're decorating, and come look at this and come look at that, which forces me to maybe be a little bit more focused to get some stuff done. But half the time he'll be building, I'm like, yeah, I don't got it in me today. Like, I'm gonna just stand here and exist while you build.
Are you creative when you're high, Nettie?
Sometimes it depends on the weed I smoked.
I know.
It really does, like certain strains really spark your creativity compared to others where they just want to lay your ass out. So,
I know Aaron
yeah.
has mentioned he is super creative when he's high. I'm not. I'm the person when I get high, I forget what I say. Like,
hmm
I forget what I said, and then I don't know whether the person actually answered me or I imagined it in my head. So
Oh my god, yes.
I well, it
mm
paranoids me. So I actually avoid getting that high. But Aaron says he's super creative, and I'm actually curious about that because I can't focus if I'm high.
So like I don't really consider myself a creative person at all. I do get a lot of ideas in my head when I get really high and I sit down on my computer. I do what she said Josh does, which is I really get focused and into what I'm doing. So, like I like to really, really feel the music that I'm listening to, and I can turn it out, but I hear all the little gasps and whispers, and like somebody made a meme about like you really hear like the violin strings and everything when you're stoned. And that's what I do, and it just like puts me in a good mood, and it really does help me focus. And maybe it's because I have ADHD, but I'm able to like start landscaping and actually finish the job and create something that I wouldn't ordinarily be able to do without being high because I'm just like too I get impatient with myself. I'm too anxious. I just have a lot of problems really focusing and committing to a creative project and like
Yeah,
when I'm high that really helps me out there
I'm
and it
totally
feels
opposite.
amazing.
I'm
You
totally
you get
opposite.
super fucking horny when you're high. I do.
Oh
Yeah, I can
wow.
Anyway,
vouch.
that's my experience.
I can vouch for that one.
Uh,
Anyway, so we are gonna end
it
it.
happens.
Yeah, it does happen. That's something that's not deniable. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna
It
end
sounds like I
this.
need to get high.
I don't think you do. Your drive is high as it is, girl. Damn. So note next week Nettie is our host. Stay tuned for that. I'm sure the topics are going to be fun since he's our central clown and he's going to be high probably while he does it.
Did you just
Uh,
call me a fucking clown?
you're our clown of the group. You're the funny one, Nettie.
I
Jeez.
mean, that is true. You
Wait,
guys are not funny at all.
and if
I,
we've
I,
gotten
I get
anything
how the
out of
money
this
now.
podcast today, it's if you see Nettie around, make sure you spit in his butthole.
Yes, please spit in Eddie's asshole. We'll continue the conversation on Facebook on Friday. Aria will post it. We'll decide which topic we want to continue. You can also join the conversation on Discord when we post it on there. We're so happy for any of you that have tuned in. Please share this with your friends. We're having a fun time doing this, and we should be getting some guests soon. We're just trying to get the kinks in and out and um, trying to just get ourselves
Kinky.
adjusted and used to this. And yes, everything about Pixel Confessions is kinky always. We can't really have any topic without turning it into something kinky, I guess. That being said, goodbye, everybody. Good night, and thank you for listening.
See y'all next week.
Peace, peace.
Bye.